Frank Peters, where are you? The next presenter, who's a presenter of the guest speaker, is the current chairman of the Tech Coast Angels Board of Governors. I talked about the 5 networks of the Tech Coast Angels. There's an administrative oversight board of governors that kind of keeps it all together. And Frank is the chairman of that board of governors. He is the founder of a financial services software company, which he successfully sold after 15 years of steady growth, an author and a dance photographer, and the Frank of the Frank Peters Show, which is the must-go place for anybody wanting to learn about the funding process for startups, angel investing, entrepreneurship, and venture capital. That's the frankpetersshow.com. And Frank is also our event photographer for this evening. Frank Peters.
Wow, it's fun to be back here. You know, I love speaking, and I'm lucky to be up here tonight, really. I was the first runner-up judge, but I didn't make the cut. You know, I had trouble with the simultaneous scoring cards. So Mike knows that I like to speak. You know, I speak all over Orange County. They let me speak everywhere in Orange County, UC Irvine, even out in Riverside. So can you picture this? Just a couple of months ago, Mike comes to me and he says, Frank, we need a keynote for Fast Pitch at UCLA. Yes, I'm thinking. And he goes, we were thinking somebody with a computer science background, a graduate from UCLA. And I'm going, yeah. And I start daydreaming just a little bit. I go, yeah, think of it. Picture 250 people in the room. I share some value. We have a few laughs. On the way home, I'm just gliding down the freeway. I feel so good. The next morning, the kids get up and I say, yeah, I was at UCLA and I was having a blast. I was really good. And he sees me doing this and he goes, Frank, snap out of it. We saw you speak last year and you kind of blew it. So I said, yeah, you only gave me 60 seconds. And he says, Frank, here's who we want. You know him. Here's his resume. Get Alex Quilici to be our keynote speaker. It says here he's a successful entrepreneur and angel investor. Oh, okay. I was stunned. But I kept my composure. But look at this. Look at this resume. It only fits on one page, and it's 18-point font. It says here he co-founded Quack.com. Well, who ever heard of Quack.com? Well, you didn't hear about it because in only 12 months he sold it to AOL for $200 million. Okay, all right. I'm starting to see where he's got some cachet maybe for this group. Can everybody repeat after me? Come on, play along with me. $200 million. Remember that number. I'm coming back to that in just a second. So he stayed at AOL, it says here, and he founded the voice services division, led it to 1 million paying users and 50 million in annual revenue. And he set up things like AOL by phone and AOL voicemail and AOL call alert, AOL. But then just a year ago, he was tapped on the shoulder. He's the CEO of YouMail. Well, here, look at this. He raised $6 million in just 1 year from both Tech Coast Angels and Vantage Point. That's a chunk of change, huh? And he turned it from a fledgling prototype into the leading consumer cell phone voicemail service. Wow. And recently, I got to do this, is the winner of On Media 100. He's also an active angel investor, it says here, including being an early angel investor in Sidestep. Well, who's ever heard of Sidestep? One of the top travel search engines, which sold just a month ago for how much? $200 million. He's also an early investor on the board of NeoEdge, which has become the leading in-game advertising network. Not only He's got a UCLA connection like none other, I guess. Master's degree, PhD, and a former professor here at UCLA. You're gonna love him. I hate him. Come on, Alex Quilici, come on up.
I should let you do my talk. So what I'd like to do is take some time here to try to do a talk on how to avoid mistakes. And if you go on the web, you'll see lots of websites that have the top 5 mistakes entrepreneurs make, the top 10, the top 12. It's like a race. I saw the top 18 this morning. There's lots and lots of websites where you can find a list of mistakes. But what I wanted to do here was actually pick the mistakes that I've made or I've had to correct that I thought addressing and detecting them was key to some success.